Good morning, this is Kevin at Access RV in North Salt Lake, Utah at the Truck Camper Superstore. We sell 9 of the top 10 truck camper brands, including, we're proud to say, Palomino, which is an excellent line. The #1 selling brand of truck campers in America, mainly on the strength of their pop-up camper line. And today we're previewing one of those campers, the Palomino SS1200. Now, Palomino makes a sister brand of campers called Realites, and the same exact floor plan is a Realite 1605, so this video would apply to either of those models. But there's a lot to talk about on the Palomino. We'll do a walkthrough of the outside and the inside, and I'll be moving kind of fast because there's lots to talk about on Palominos. They're a great value for the money. Let me show you some things on the outside of the Palomino. Starting at the corner, all the Palominos come with a Rico Titan jack on each of the 4 corners. And of course, Rico Titan's the #1 brand of camper jack in the industry, and this particular one on the Palominos is a convertible jack, meaning that the manual jack that you can crank can also be removed, and you can put a power head on this, plug it in up here where it's pre-wired for electric jacks, and so it's possible to do a conversion with the existing jacks that give you power jacks that you control individually or all together, which is a nice option. Of course, you'll notice that the Palomino exterior is a gel coat fiberglass vacuum bonded exterior with a hard, durable surface, tough to dent, and a nice, smooth, clean finish. One of the nice things on the Palomino is that they're prepped for a backup camera, so that right here you can mount they will come with a backup camera that enables you to plug in a wireless monitor that connects with this camera from inside the cab of your truck, so that from inside the cab on that monitor you can watch what's behind you. If you're towing something, you can keep an eye on it or just see the traffic coming up from behind, which is a nice feature. You'll notice that the Palominos all have this large grab handle, and that's especially handy because when you're getting into it and it's on the back of your truck, you can imagine it's going to be much higher, and you can grab on that handle. It makes it easier to get in. That handle also will lift and swing in to secure the door of the camper while you're traveling, and then when you get to your destination it swings back out, which is a nice feature. A couple things I wanted to talk about on the Palomino. One of them is its excellent canvas, and we'll see more of that on the inside. But Palominos, all their canvas is US made. It can be replaced in sections, unlike most other camper brands where you have to buy the canvas all the way around if there's a puncture at any one point. Palomino has a 5-year warranty on their canvas. It's one of the nicest, one of the best warranted part of the camper. And it's got 3 different layers, which I'll show you when we get to the inside of the camper. So excellent canvas on the Palomino pop-ups. Let's move. Let me move around the side here. You'll see that on this side that we have a compartment for your 5-gallon propane tank that's fully detachable. You can take the tank and bring it to where it can be filled, and then you can pop it back in and reconnect it very easily. It's stored in a completely fireproof aluminum frame compartment that's vented, so that's really nice. You'll notice, give you a quick view of the outside of it, and then there's a lot of other features on this side of the camper. You'll notice that they all come with a latch and a pin that you can secure the top with when it's down. Going down the side, right here is a hookup for a portable solar panel. So you can flip this up and put a portable solar panel out that will draw power from the sun and charge up the batteries when you're camping. One of the best things about the Palominos, I think, is they were the first manufacturer, and still one of the only manufacturers, then instead of using a tanked water heater that only gives you 4 to 6 gallons that you can heat up 1 tank at a time, these have continuous hot water from a flash heat tankless hot water heater. And so this is the newest technology. It gives you continuous hot water, and that's a huge advantage for the Palominos. You'll notice that this has an outside shower with hot and cold running water and a handle and a shower head that pulls out about 3 feet. If you're staying at a campground, this is where you can hook up your city water connection. Again, when you're plugged in, you have an AC plug right here that you can plug in out AC appliances. And to plug into power, this is where your detachable power cord plugs in. It's a 30 amp hookup. And so if you're staying at a campground or plugging into a generator, this is convenient to be able to do that. This is your freshwater connection and your sink drain, which is nice. And then swinging around the front, this is the 7-way plug that you can plug in a wiring connection that connects the camper here to the 7-way plug that's on the back of most pickups, and that'll give you electricity passing to the camper that'll run lights and other features like that. One of the great things about the Palominos is they're the only model camper that has this outside charging port that gives you the ability to hook up a battery terminal to a battery charger, for example, or some other source, and charge the batteries on the camper, which is great. You'll notice the big protective bumpers so that when you're putting them in the bed of your truck, it protects the front of the bed of your truck from rubbing against the front of the camper. Anyway, let's swing around and look at the inside of this. There's lots to talk about there. One of the things on the way in that I'll mention, if you'll notice, I'll do a close-up of the textured fiberglass that is on this door, because as we can see, that same textured fiberglass is what the roof's made out of. It's a one-piece seamless sheet of this textured fiberglass. And why that's such an important thing is that most camper roofs are made out of either vinyl or rubber. If you're ever driving off-road, if you're going somewhere where there's tree branches, you can imagine that a tree branch can much easier puncture or tear vinyl or rubber than it will this hard textured fiberglass surface. So these are much more durable and resistant to punctures or tears that cause roof leaks, and that's a real advantage with the Palomino. Let's step inside this 1200. One of the things that you'll notice right off is the 3 cubic foot 3-way refrigerator. So it's a 3-way refrigerator because it will run on both AC electrical power if you're plugged into power. It'll run on DC power off your batteries only, or it will even run only on propane. So it'll run on any of the 3 power sources. You'll notice that this gives you lots of storage in the door and underneath, plus a freezer compartment up top so that you can put things that you want to remain frozen. So great feature by Dometic, and here's all the controls for the fridge, which are nice. One of the things that's such a great aspect of the Palomino pop-up campers is the Rico Titan lift system. It's the state-of-the-art in lift systems. There's 4 points on this camper where it's got 4 lifts that have individual screw drive motors that raise and lower separately, and also have a manual backup. So it's a great advantage when it comes to raising and lowering the roof on this. I'm going to pan around. You'll notice that all the way around the camper inside are these windows, which are a great feature. So for example, if you wanted to, if you look right here, we've got this protective layer on the outside of the window, and these will roll up so that you can open the window like this. And then if it's got a vinyl layer, plastic that keeps the breeze from blowing through, so it keeps it warmer inside. But on a hot day, if you do want to unzip this, you can unzip this, and you'll see that there's a nice screen layer that allows the cool breeze to come through, which makes it very pleasant. So again, you've got that all the way around. Notice that up top you've got 2 roof vents, including this front roof vent that's a 3-speed power roof vent fan that in less than a minute will vent all the hot air out of the camper, which is a great idea. This bed has a 60 by 80 residential queen size bed that gives you lots of storage, lots of sleeping space for 2 adults, which is quite comfortable. And you'll notice that it's got quite a large U-shape bottom area that with that pedestal base down there, you can pop in a pedestal and then a table right in this area that gives you the ability to sit maybe 3 people around a table and eat quite comfortably, which works out nicely. This also has a nice 2-burner cooktop on the 1200. Just below that is a 20,000 BTU furnace. Now Palomino has the largest furnaces of any camper this size. A lot of campers this size would only have a 12 or 14,000 BTU furnace, but Palomino's all come with a 20. Again, your tankless water heater controls right here. A sink with a cooktop to give you more working space, and extra storage underneath the bed, which is quite handy. So this is an emergency exit window that you can swing open. It's hinged at the top so that you can prop it open and allow a cool breeze to come through, or actually get out that window in an emergency. So this thing is loaded with value. It's a great camper. The Palomino SS1200 or Real-Lite 1605 are a popular choice for a full-size camper with either a long bed truck, is what this would typically mount on. Come see the full line of Palomino campers, or any of the 9 brands of campers that we sell at Access RV. We are your truck camper superstore, and we've got the perfect camper that'll work right for you. We look forward to helping you with it.